So while I was busy buying all the iron nails at the Pisca Clitoris House general store, I noticed that this guy was using this to unnote all of his planks. So I'm just gonna camp around here, see if I can buy all of them out. I think they buy pretty cheap and then probably a pretty good profit. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Yup. Alright, thanks man. Oh, come on man. It was just a prank, bro. Oh my gosh, let's see if he'll sell more. Oh shit. He seems a little mad right now. Think I better leave him alone. Oh shit, the fucking mouth on this guy. Hey man, you have fun getting your Pisca Clitoris favor. Hello ladies and gents, it's Escape, and welcome to episode 4 of the general store only account. This is actually going to be the season finale. Sorry it's been a while waiting on this episode, that's why I decided to make it one really big episode and just have a really good finale on this. I've just been really busy, but it's kind of besides the point. Maybe I'll talk about it later in the video, but for right now I just want to get in and show you guys what I've been doing on this account. So I decided to go down to Pisca Clitoris and see what they had in store down there. And I found this general store that sold 500 iron nails and also bronze nails. You could profit off of both of them, but the most profit was to be made off the iron nails. There's 500 in stock, and when you start by them, you start by them at 4 GP, and they end up going all the way down to when you hit 0, they're 24 GP. So if you were to take the average of that, that would end up being like 14 coins each, I believe. So whatever I sell those over for is completely profit. So I took 100k down here and ended up getting 6,500 nails. I'm about to go back and clean out all the worlds. The iron nails take 1 minute to respawn with one, so you definitely have to wait a little bit and come back to clean out the shops. Holy shit, pretty much all of those sold for 85 GP each. That means I had a 71 GP profit margin on iron nails, and I profited over 400,000 gold on this merch right here. Everything you see in the Grand Exchange right here gives me 660k profit. Now I think I ended up getting around probably 500,000, but that's still a shitload of profit for all these items. This is so much fucking money. And all these recordings, guys, make sure you look at my bank and look at the cash tag every single time. You can actually see how I progress with the account, like as I'm going. And you can see some of the items I've started to sell. Iron nails have already started to crash. They are no longer 85 GP and are slowly crashing. But 85 GP margin was pretty crazy at the time, so I can understand it's going to go down quite a bit. And here's a couple more merches in here. You know, I have a lot of smaller merches I do just from finding stuff in Varrock West. And, you know, it doesn't look as impressive when I get these, 100,000, 500,000 flips. But these add up like crazy. These are still really good merches, 30,000, because I get like multiple of them. So if I get like 30,000 ones, then that's 150k right there. And, just check this out. I got 2 mil cash right now. A lot of stuff in the Grand Exchange. I'm just making a lot of profit right now. Right here I found a bunch of maple blackjacks, and I was kind of curious about them. Bought quite a bit of them because I saw, these aren't heavily traded in the Grand Exchange, nor are they bought that often, so this is going to be a long-term sell offer, but, even that can make me quite a bit of cash, so I figured, if I'm not using an 8th slot, then I'll just throw this in there. I want to utilize all of my Grand Exchange slots. That's going to give me the most profit that I can possibly get. Alright guys, here's just a progression video. You can see my cash jack is growing, a couple more flips going through. Nothing too big going on right now. Alright guys, I think I had the motherload of gold amulets unstrung. There's fucking 1,500 of them in here. This is insane. About to make so much fucking money. Alright guys, I finally got done doing all of that, and here is the result. I got 1,233 of them, and I bought them for 105 each. That means I spent roughly 130k on them, and OS Buddy is telling me that these are worth 460k. That's a 330,000 profit just flipped right there, just used in the general store. Alright guys, so some of my money making methods at the shops have started to get saturated, and a lot of other people are doing them, people that aren't general only accounts. But I went over here to Port Hazard, and there's a general store right here that sells pot of flowers and swamp tar. So I'm going to be buying some of this out. I'm going to be spending 500,000 gold here. Let's see how much I can make. Alright, so I didn't end up doing the 500,000 gold like I had planned. Buying pot of flower doesn't make your cash jack go down very fast. So I just tried out a couple inventories of this. I need to test this out before I really go spend a lot of time buying items at the shop if they're not even going to sell. But OS Buddy's telling me I made about 100,000 gold profit. So let's see if I do end up making that. I guess I'll just throw this in as some of the peculiar items that you'll find in the general store. Found some black plate legs, so like full black armor, but only the plate legs were going to give me profit, and I only made, you know, a couple thousand gold off of them. But it's just kind of fun to see random things in the general store. It's why it's kind of, this account seems boring, but it can be pretty fun when I find some random item in there, and, you know, I get all excited like, wow, I'm about to make all this money just using the general store. Alright, so all that swamp tar is sold, so that's pretty decent profit. Still waiting on those potted flowers to sell, but they for sure will. And I got some other stuff, and, you know, I was trying to put those gold amulets at a really high margin, you know, because even if I put them 10 coins up, that's still another 13k in my pocket, and I don't really mind waiting at all. Another successful trip at the Pisca Clitoris General Store. I end up getting like 20,000 iron nails and bought out all the shops. And I brought 500k with me, so this is the aftermath. And that price at the bottom is probably not correct, because I probably sell those iron nails at a much higher margin. But yeah, it's still pretty solid profit, probably like 300, 400k profit. Alright guys, you can see in the video I just found 500 unstrung symbols. And I'm about to go buy those all out of the shop, and check out the bank right now, sitting at about 3.2 mil, and just really the gains just don't stop. Alright, and all those symbols ended up selling. I made about 90k profit, and among a bunch of other things selling, you can see in the screen, but I'm up to 3.4 mil now. This is probably the only thing better than Morning Head, is seeing everything in the Grand Exchange sold. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Let me collect all this up, and let me see what my cash tick is at now. I'm really not sure what to expect. It's at 4.2 mil. Last episode we were at 1.5 mil. And keep in mind, guys, this was like a bond challenge. I'm only using this account for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, I'm done. Alright, and once again, guys, the general stores I was using, the items out of them have started to get saturated again, and people start finding out about them. Not for me, because I won't post a video if I have a method that's working, because after that it for sure won't work. So yeah, I'm gonna go check out Keldergrim, because I know they have a general store there, and I think I can make some profit out of it. So in the shop, I ended up testing out pestle and mortars and charcoal. The thing about the shop is, well, the pestle and mortars are really cheap, but they come in only stocks of 3. So I also tried out the charcoal, which is around like 50 GP each, and yeah, it's right next to a bank, so I can do this pretty easily. But this is just gonna be a test run. Let's see how much I can make. Everything I touch turns into gold. I buy these things for like a couple GP each, and they're worth 2.5k in the Grand Exchange. And I only sold a couple of them. I was constantly getting undercut, but I was still able to get very high margins. Like, as long as there's over 1,000 GP, that's just pure profit. You know, if I buy like 300 of them, which isn't really that bad, to be honest, that's 300,000 profit right there. This is insane. Alright, yeah, by the next day, the pestle and mortars have started to crash a little bit. 950 GP, I'm not really going to complain about that, because they do sit at 950 GP for a while, for a couple days after, so I was still able to get quite a bit of profit off of them. You can see the slow decline in the iron nails, and eventually get to the point that they are not even worth doing, but I still make quite a bit off of those. Let's check out how the bank account is doing at this moment. It is just 45k short of being 5 mil cash stack. This is a pretty big goal for me. Alright, sapphire bracelets. I'm not really sure if these are gonna make profit or not, but you know, I'm not no bitch, so let's go try these out. I'm just gonna buy a couple of them. Alright, yeah, I was able to actually sell those bracelets, so that's pretty good. I also found some maple short bows. Not really sure what I bought them for, but I'm sure they were overstocked. And yeah, those definitely made me some profit. But you can see right here the iron nails are starting to crash even more and more. This is just saddening, honestly. But yeah, now I'm throwing them down to even 30 GP instead of being 35 GP. Still good, but starting to flop. Oh, hell yeah, we got some ham robes. Thank you for whoever sold all of these. And here, let's see how much I can get for these. Alright guys, and just for some proof of, you know, some other stuff that I buy, here's an inventory of just some random items I found that make profit out of the general store. I'm sure like an inventory like this would make 100,000 gold. Unfortunately, I don't have the full recording of it, but I mean, I do actually end up getting like 97k or something like that, so that's pretty good. Alright guys, there's another inventory of random shit I found. And my cash stack, which is up to 6.1 mil now. Alright, and a bunch of shit sold while I was gone, or when I was sleeping, and there we go, that's 6.4 mil cash stack now. Alright, Motherlode Mine 2.0 again. Alright guys, sorry, I didn't catch it on recording, I wanted to be really quick, but I found someone who just got done killing lava dragons, and I got all this stuff whenever I price check all of it, because I started out with 100k cash, but all of it together is 130k. That's probably when it was 10 seconds, I made 30k just like that. Most of this challenge is just playing the waiting game. I logged in and a lot of stuff sold. So yeah, let's go throw this in, see how much it is. And we have 7.2 mil now. Oh yeah, let's go boys! And I found a pair of Mystic boots in here. That's interesting. Alright, there's another inventory of random shit. And someone sold 1,000 lobsters to the general store. What's even the point of this? Like, if you're an Iron Man or anything, why would you even... I don't understand the point of doing this, but I'm gonna go buy all these all out right now. Alright guys, I do end up making like 150k profit off of those lobsters because I buy them for 45 each. And I sell them for about, I think it was 205 each, so actually like 160k, a little bit even above that. So that was a pretty good profit. And this is the only clip that I have left that shows my cash. I'll see if I can find any screenshots of it. But for some reason, I just probably stopped recording by this point. But I still had quite a bit of stuff in the bank that I needed to sell. So I liquidated all of that. And what I ended up doing is I transferred it off to my main account. I don't know. I did have a couple clips that were damaged or something and I couldn't use them. So that might have been the case here. I'm not sure. I just went and deleted all of them. I'm not sure which ones got deleted. But other than that, I found a rune scimitar. So that's pretty much where I ended up going slower on this count. And I get myself, I know for sure I got myself to 8.5 mil. Let me see if I can find a screenshot. But yeah, 8.5 mil in general stores. That's pretty crazy, guys. And yeah, guys, recording wise, that's pretty much all I have to show you. I also don't have the recording on me checking age at hands after the 2 weeks was up. But let's check the age at them now and see how many days I've played on this account. And it says I've played for... Also, I'm going to have a couple screenshots up on the screen. They're just kind of cool screenshots from the account that you might not have been able to see in the episodes. So I'm going to include those. But yeah, it says that I played for a day and almost 23 hours. So let's say a day and 23 hours, which is like 47 hours. And I went and divided 8.5 mil by 47. And it averaged out to be 180k cash per hour. I think that's pretty damn good from an account that started with 25 GP. Keep that in mind. I started from 25 GP, only used general stores, and I was able to maintain 180k cash per hour. That's fucking insane, guys. There isn't too much else I want to talk about. The only other thing I want to say is I'm apologizing for taking so long to get this video out. I did have this done for quite a while. I just wasn't able to get around to it. I had some other projects and other videos I wanted to get out of the way first. In retrospect, I should have just gotten this over with and done it, but I wanted to make it look really good and spend a lot of time on it. So yeah, sorry about that, guys, but I hope you guys really did enjoy this. I enjoyed doing this challenge, even though a lot of people might think it looked pretty boring, but honestly, I thought it was a lot of fun. I definitely wouldn't do it again. I wish I would have hit 10 mil, but then I would just required another 2 weeks, and all my methods would have been saturated. I would have had to start using other shops. So 8.5 mil is a pretty good amount, and I mean that paid for quite a bit of bonds. The account paid for itself basically. And yeah, guys, I'm going to be leading on to another series that's kind of like this because you guys really did enjoy this series a lot. And as for the Zia only Iron Man, I'm currently taking a break on that account. I'm not sure when I plan on going back to it. It's just, there's a lot of different reasons why. If you want to know why, I can make a separate video about it. But they are very legitimate reasons on why I should take a break on that account. And there's some other stuff that I want to be working on, better content for you guys. And then maybe once they finally finish Zaya, I can enjoy that account and start making actual gains. Instead of, basically what will happen is I'll just waste a lot of time doing lower training methods, and if I just wait 3 months for them to expand the continent, then I'll just all that time that I spent will it's gonna just be really stupid if I do. It's not gonna be efficient if I wait, and then so it's just gonna be wasted time. So I'm just gonna wait, and then I'll get back into that series. But I do have another series planned for Deadman mode. But I'm not gonna tell you guys anything about it. No spoilers. And thank you guys for watching so much. Love you. I don't want to keep you any longer. Bye.